Hi and welcome once again. Now let's install Visual Studio Code on Windows. And you might be wondering, what do we need this for? Well, it beats having to type everything in Notepad. Do you still remember Notepad? Yeah, I do. It was always handy if you wanted text or yeah. Anyway, we need some program to program properly and to help us with that. And Visual Studio Code is beautiful. It's one of the best Windows products and it's free as well. Don't forget that. So the Python that we installed before, by the way, we can code in anything in Visual Studio Code, C#, C++, you name it, we can code in it. YAML files you can create, anything you think of you can do. PowerShell as well, by the way. I've used it to create PowerShell scripts. But we are doing it for one thing, and that's Python. So yeah, let's do that, right? Oh, and just quickly, what do we get? We get this. We get a way of programmatically in Python getting a way to type code, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to type code like this. And a file in Python is .py, not the pie that you love. And I'm getting a bit hungry now and really love some pie, but the pie of Python, the snake, which was developed, by the way, by a Dutchman. So there you go. We did do something, right? So I'm in my Windows machine and let me just Google it. Yeah, let's go to Visual Studio Code. Let me just get, don't choose Chrome. So let's go to Visual Studio Code. It's already there. The open source, so just go to code, visualstudio.com, and let's go there. Now there's a few ways of installing it. You already get to the right page. I'm just going to say download for Windows. You download here, but let's do download for Windows. Let's just do what we're asked to do, right? So it says here user setup. You also have a way, so this is per user, but there's also a way of setting it up for system. Yeah, you can do two ways to do that. This won't interfere so much with others. So tell you what, I'm going to just do this one. If you might be wondering why is my internet so incredibly slow, it's because I think I've got new neighbors and they're interfering with my Wi-Fi signal. So this will take 10 minutes. I'm going to pause the video because I'm not going to let you go through this. And yeah, have you by the way noticed by the way that this is ARM? So I've got an ARM, yes, this one, but I also have ARM processor. So be careful which one you download. It should connect to your architecture correctly, but you might, make a mistake or anything. So I'll let this run and see you in a bit. So as you might have noticed, I'm there. I'm just going to open the file by double clicking, and of course I accept the agreement. It's going to install it and Visual Studio Code. Just all the things that you might expect. I'd like to make sure that all these add open with code action to Windows Explorer. I like that. Add path requires shell restart, but register code as editor. So all these things I make sure that I have. It's handier and it makes sure that you're not going to tear your hair out. So next, ready to install. Of course I am. So now it's installing VS Code. And this might take a while, depending on how fast your machine is. Yeah, maybe I should play a music or something like that to make sure that people get a little bit entertained. But I'm fine with this. This looks fine. Looks very fine. So there we are. Launch Visual Studio Code. Of course I'm going to do that. Oh, it was already running. Okay, well, some other setup was running. So you should get something like this. You don't really need to sign in right now. So I'm just going to get this out. Well, this is my Visual Studio Code as it should be. Very, very nice. And you're going to have, if you've never used this before, you're going to probably have to get used to it a little bit. But like this is how to make the file a bit bigger. This is where we can create new files. If you've worked with Git, GitHub, or Azure repos before, you can open, you have source control as well. If you don't know what that is, don't worry. And the most important thing that we're going to do is extensions, because we need extensions to install stuff. But also we need to be able to use Python here as well. So we'll get into that. So that was it. That was the demo, install Visual Studio Code on Windows. Hope you had fun with that one. We'll get there. See you later.